you have anything else to say?
I'm actually a very pretty lady, and if the camera angles make me seem otherwise, go check out my Instagram, Fairy Dust Landing.
That's a great intro. Put a life vest on? Do you know how to swim?
No. Oh, yeah, I'm a very good swimmer.
Really?
I grew up on a lake.
What lake?
Sebago in Maine.
Really?
Well, half, yeah. So my parents have
You
a
spent
summer
the
house
summers
there. Yeah.
Dang, are you rich?
No, just upper middle class. We
Yeah.
were balling pretty hard when I was growing up, though. We had like ponies and shit.
What?
Yeah.
At the beach house or at
No,
the normal house?
the lake house in Connecticut where I grew up. We did competitive horseback riding, me and my sister.
What does that consist of? Are you racing horses or are you doing
No,
tricks? Trick pony?
Jumping. Hold on, I'm taking my shoes off. Okay,
Yeah.
we're all gonna die. Okay.
Do you want a towel for your feet? Or you?
No,
chill?
but thank you.
All right.
You're so considerate. You're like
Hey.
a real life boy man.
A real life boy, man.
Yeah, I feel like I've been dealing with like refugees from society with most male comics. So it's just like so
yeah.
refreshing that you're like, okay, ladies sometimes don't like when their feet are wet because they're humans.
No, it wasn't even a lady thing. I just used the towel to
No,
to get
because
my...
the first part of it, because they're humans.
Oh, okay.
Recognizing that not having your feet wet is a human quality.
You have a tattoo on your finger.
I do.
What is it? Oh, you have lots of tattoos.
I have lots of tattoos.
What's that like? Did it hurt?
Yeah, I liked it though. I really enjoy the pain of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you a masochist?
I'm a person who enjoys very specific kinds of pain. I'm very cautious about what I say about what I enjoy because I just assume it's going to be used to murder me later.
Yeah, but I still don't think it it gives them consent to kill you.
Thank you. I really forget the consent's a thing that males are aware of. Honestly, it's been very traumatizing being around this many old comedians.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
I'm aware
delicious.
of consent.
I know we figured that out last night.
We did?
That sounded a little bit salacious. Yeah. Nico and I consummated the canoe. But you were asking me about my tattoos and masochism.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
You only like pain on your finger, it seems, and
Yeah.
there on your bicep.
Have you heard of like cock and ball torture? I have that bit for my fingers.
I don't think I've heard of it, but I can imagine what it is.
You haven't heard of cock and ball torture?
It's like a thing. Like I mean, I would imagine.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
I mean, it makes sense that that's a thing, I guess.
Why does it make sense?
Well, I would imagine that there's a guy or two or three.
Sorry.
But cock and ball torture. Like, I didn't know it was a. They have like clubs for it or meetups.
I guess so. My friend, one of my old roommates told me that this, like, on the dark web, people sell the rights to, like, cut out their testicles and, like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so somebody is on the dark web and they're seeking someone they want to cut their balls off or they want to keep their balls?
Both. So people who want their balls removed,
my God.
like, sell that ability. Like they would sell, like, an organ donation on the black market. And then apparently it's very big in Germany. So then someone is like, I want to cut your balls off.
Oh.
And then they
fuck.
they agree on the price.
And wait, they want the balls for like a keychain or they want them they need to use them? What are they?
Well, it's a rare cure for colon cancer.
Oh, so they need, wait, what?
It's not true.
Oh, that's a joke.
I know there's like a thing where they want them like sauteed and then like fed to them.
Oh, fuck. How do you get around the internet like this? Are you
I don't know.
Are you out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was my friend who told me this, who's like a very interesting gay man who knows a lot about really deviant sexuality. He's like studied it because that's what I studied in college. And so we're both
Cock and ball torture?
Yeah, it was my major.
Really?
I minored in being a great friend.
Oh my God.
No, I double majored in sociology and women's studies, but I did my thesis on the use of male rape in comedies, and so I like looked into a lot of the different ways that we use media to can't think of the right word right now, but kind of manipulate the way people interact with each other. And so he studied anthropology, and he's like interested in people's sexuality. And so he had done like a lot of academic research on really deviant sexual practices.
Yeah.
So he has like all this information.
So you majored in sociology and minored in...
Double majored in
Oh, you-
sociology and women's.
But tell me about the media. You said that comedy movies portray male rape as a what?
Oh, that's what I wrote my thesis on.
Is there a lot of rape in comedy?
Not in this. How do I explain this? So it was metaphorically, not like they're like literally like American X style or American History X, whatever. They're not like literally raping men, but they use the trope of men being like attacked by women in a sexual way as like I'm thinking of Wedding Crashers as like a comedic point. So like the whole storyline of it is like the stepmother, or like I think Isla Fisher and Vince Vaughn, she was like literally stuff that she did to him, like grabbing his thigh. She like tied him up to a bedpost, like all this different stuff.
I'm gonna find you.
Yeah, totally. Thank you. Is
that what she says?
I think so. So basically, if you had switched the genders, that would have been a horror movie. Yeah. And so I kind of dissected the way that we minimize the way we kind of, I can't think right now, but the way we kind of like use the trivialization of sexual violence is constant in all media. Yeah. And using that as like a main plot point actually affects men and women badly, was like kind of it.
You don't think that they should have joked around about that?
No, not at all. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. It's just analyzing what it's saying about our culture.
Gotcha.
So it's saying like we don't know. Yeah, because I never make value judgments on stuff. I think people should say what they want. But I was looking at it like this is such a common trope and a common issue we don't know how to talk about in our society. It's even coming through in our comedies.
Right, like men are scarier than women, so they can't. I mean, could you have like a male character who is doing it where it's not a horror film, but they're just seen as like a non-threatening thing, like a little boy?
Or like an old person, there has to be some sort of, which you can look at it from an ableist perspective, there has to be some sort of thing that makes them less vital in order to make it comedic.
Right.
Yeah. We were talking about finger tattoos. I was trying to make a joke about fingers. And now we're talking about my undergrad thesis.
It's funny. It's interesting, though.
Oh, yeah. This stands for Weave Worlds of Wonder.
I feel like I've seen that before. Is that a thing? Or have I just seen something?
I created it. Someone else, one of my creative collaborators who I make music with has the same tattoo.
Oh, I know. I saw it on your finger. That's where I saw it. I remember now.
Such a dork. I was not aware it looks like tits.
Oh, okay.
Till somebody told me this.
Yeah, those look like my tits.
Yeah? Aw, Nico.
No, I thought it looked like Arabic or something like that.
Oh, that's good.
That's what I thought it was some language.
Yeah.
Some characters I was unaware of.
Someone told me it looks like 3 pairs of tits and a butthole. And I was like, well, that says a lot about you, I think.
Wait, so it's Weave Wonders of the World? What is it?
Weave Worlds of Wonder.
Weeds World. All right, one more time.
Weave.
All right, let's break down weave. Weaving is something that you do when you make a sweater or a basket. Basket weaving. Yeah. Underwater basket weaving. Yeah. I know about this.
Okay.
So what... Weaving...
Weave Worlds of Wonder.
Weave Worlds of Wonder. It's a music group.
Kind of, yeah. I got it when I was in a music collaboration, yeah. And my boyfriend went out of town and I was mad at him. And he hated that I got tattoos. I got a tattoo. It's so petty. Truly, it's like... and he also hated my music collaborator. He was a cranky man. But, yeah. So
you're still together?
No, we broke up in January.
I'm sorry. I mean, actually, It sounds good, right? Because he was weird or no?
Oh, he's very hot. So like tragically hot.
Yeah.
And he like famously keeps getting hotter. Like it's very annoying.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
It's really.
Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, I wish he was ugly now.
If you're ever on the fence about somebody and they're hot, you should just know.
Right?
It's not the way to go.
It's not the way to go.
I'm being tricked. This is a witch.
Yes! Nico, yes!
being
exactly
swindled.
it. Yeah. Because if that is the like deciding factor, they're using their powers against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, hotness fades or no? Or are people hot forever?
I think some people are hot forever. I plan on being hot forever.
Do you get used to seeing hotness though? Like if you're with someone who's hot and you're with them every day and it's just like hot all the time, is it just like, okay, well now it's just normal?
I mean, it's like I didn't find him clipping his toenails hot. I wasn't like, yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Lean over. Get that big toe.
Oh, the toenails.
It's gross.
People don't like the toenails.
They don't like the toenails, especially boys. Y'all should get pedicures.
Oh yeah,
Get
dude.
your pedicures. Actually, your
my
toes are not bad.
No, mine are. I mean, no, it's
Probably because you're in the water.
yeah. Feet don't freak me out really.
Yeah.
I don't have a foot fetish, but I could see myself getting there at some point. I think I'm open to the idea.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't have a foot fetish, but I
think don't
it
close
sounds
the
like
door
I
on
do
yourself,
right
Nico.
I'm making it seem like I do have a foot fetish.
Well, I mean,
I don't get a foot fetish. I don't get it, but I get it.
I don't know. I mean, lovers have enjoyed my feet before. I had one dude who was like a full foot fetish, and he had like truly an enormous cock, and he wanted to like jerk my feet to jerk him off.
Oh yeah.
And I got a foot cramp, and I was like, this is not sustainable, sir.
The amount of people that can probably give a real foot job, I would imagine, is
Limited.
It's like a single digit number.
You got to find a gymnast.
Even
Because remember
that,
when they grip the beam, you need that grip strength.
Yeah, I don't even. My feet don't really go like that.
No, and I have high arches, so there's just too much room.
And it's. I mean, a feet can never.
They're
even
not
giving a
hands.
hand job is difficult.
Thank you. This is something
with
that I'm
hands
trying to
that you
bring
work.
I'm trying to bring
So-
awareness to this. Men need to stop asking ladies for hand jobs.
I would never. That's
Right?
just,
We have tits. Just titty fuck us. So rude.
yeah. That's like a compliment, right? Like if somebody just goes straight to, "Can I titty fuck you?" instead of
What was the context before that? Just straight to. Are we like
instead of
making
hand
out?
job. No, it's just like.
Yeah, because then it's
'cause-
like you're enjoying. Anyone has a pair of hands, and we all know that you're better at it because you've been playing with it for years.
Yeah.
I think you want to see me fail. If someone asks me to give me a hand job, I'm like, you just want to see me fail. I'm gonna start a nonprofit about it.
So wait, okay, what were we talking about? I feel like we're just going around in like different.
I'm a very
But that's a
circuitous
podcast,
chaos
right?
lady. I think we were talking about how if the reason, like the deciding factor that you're with someone is that they're hot, then you're being tricked.
Oh yeah.
And then you were asking me if like, do you ever get sick of like hot people? Are they ever not hot? And I was like, when he cut his toenails, it wasn't hot. But I will say, and this might just be like a very much lady thing, I like love the intimacy of a long relationship. So like what you find hot about them changes. Does that make sense? So it's like, I mean, obviously there's still moments where you're just like, Jesus Christ, you piece of ass, fuck me. Like it's like very, like so hot.
Yeah.
But it's also just like kind of sexy to like know how he takes his coffee, and like, you know what I mean? Like you like get to know a person, or you like I'd walk in, he'd be like working really hard on a piece of work, and like that would turn me on, 'cause I'm like, provide. Like it's it's like changes. But yeah, no.
You're what they would call in the textbooks a serial monogamist.
Yes.
No, you're not. Now that I think about it,
I'm so
you date, you hook up, you do. What do you do meet guy, you do the you're on the dating apps, no?
No.
Oh, okay. So you are a serial
What
monogamist.
opposition research have you been doing? It's like, Nika, I don't actually talk about my personal life in my set.
Yeah, well sometimes it's easier to just tell somebody something and then have them agree with it or disagree than
That
just
is such a smart interview move. Because, dude, okay, I'm going to steal that. Because I, like, am constantly trying to phrase questions. And I'm like, and then, I don't,
Yeah,
That's
sometimes you
good.
just tell something and then it can be more interesting for them to say no to it or to say yes to it.
Dude, that's
Maybe I'm just
literally
realizing
such a
this
good
now.
trick.
Yeah. Because you have a twin brother, right?
Yeah.
Well, you said you like how he takes his coffee, but there's only one way that you want a man to take coffee, which is
Enema?
black. No, well, yeah.
teeth on that. Which is black?
Yeah. And that's just because like you don't want to put in milk and creamer and like
honestly, right? You're right.
You just
be a man about it.
Yeah, just be like that's I mean, I wish I was one of those guys who's just like drink straight from the pot. That's hot.
That's how I am.
You're straight black.
I'm kind of an old school man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But you gotta work hard to do that, right?
Yeah. No, you gotta be a masochist. You gotta like being uncomfortable. What I feel winning about it being like you're not gonna have to burn off those calories of that creamer.
Yeah.
You're good.
I'm like a really lightweight about uncomfortability or things that I don't like.
You are from California, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Like you know, even like within food or like taste things, like I can't drink beer because it just doesn't taste good.
Beer's disgusting.
But it'll taste good eventually if I just keep doing it, right?
But it also, like, it's not good for you. It makes your face fat.
It does?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're very, very skinny, so maybe it won't. But I don't know.
Well, it'll make me a little fatter. Maybe
yeah, it makes you puffy.
Normal.
It makes you, like, gives you gas. Like, it's honestly a disgusting beverage. I don't know why people participate in it. I do think it's hot when women drink beer, though. I think I'm like, you're just like a guy's girl.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know, piss in the urinal.
Yeah, right? They'd be like, I wear flannel in summer. Like, they're just very...
Just pick your nose, snot rocket.
Right? Like, they burp in public and are like, feminism.
Burp in public.
Eat in public.
Yeah,
basically, they're just
girls.
not wasps.
What's a wasp?
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Mainly found in the Northeast.
I think I'm that.
Probably.
No, I'm not that. I'm not a wasp.
You're Italian?
I'm, no, I'm not Italian. Well, maybe. A little. No, I'm not Italian, I don't think.
Yeah. You're famously a huge slut, right?
No. I'm so prude. It's crazy. Yeah. I think about... Do you think that people are just born prude or sexy, or they it's like ingrained in you how you're upright?
I think childhood trauma has a lot to do with it. But I also feel like maybe it's a born this way thing.
More trauma means more sexy or more reserved?
Well, it means more promiscuous, not necessarily sexy. It means like riskier.
Yeah.
But I'm also famously quite prude.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're not scared to talk about this stuff.
No, I find it fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because in general, I'll talk about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I truly can't shut my mouth. It's been a real problem.
Oh, really?
No, I just think it's super interesting to talk about because I think it's like one of the most interesting behaviors people participate in.
Yeah.
And I also just like don't understand the point of not talking about it. I don't know. But yeah, I think people confuse it that like I say a lot of words and therefore they think behaviors align with it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes when somebody like talks about football a lot, then they play football. So I guess sometimes not.
You're a softball coach on the weekends, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm more comfortable talking about like because I am prude, but I think I can talk about it easier with guys than with girls. Like it sometimes makes me a little more uncomfortable, and that shouldn't be like that.
What's like so normally when you feel uncomfortable, it's like rooted in a deeper fear.
Yeah.
What's the fear? Do you think you're gonna like say something wrong? I mean, I see your whole body language. You're so cute right now. You're so nervous. You're like, I could swim back.
No, I'm not nervous. We were just talking about, you know, titty fucking and foot jobs.
Yeah.
It's also another element is the public forum too, like being on YouTube and, you know, what if my grandma sees this?
Yeah. I think I grew up in such a repressive household that my response, it's also just like typical of a youngest child personality.
Yeah.
It's to just like truly rebel and say whatever you want.
Wow.
So like my mom would be like, how do you want your coffee? And I'm like, black like my cock when I was like 14. Yeah.
But
no,
they didn't do shit about it?
Oh no, they like yelled at me a lot. But then they kind of just were like, at least she's just saying, like I was also like ran Best Buddies and like volunteered and really like did like homeless drives and like all this different stuff. Like I've always been like very involved. I think they just got tired.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, this bitch will not shut up. So we should just enjoy it, because they have like, I mean, the thing about the Northeast is people have such a good sense of humor there. And like my dad has an amazing sense of humor. Yeah. It's the cold weather. Like you have to, it's like, make this worth my time or I'll kill you. Like you're constantly proving your worth.
Yeah.
So my dad has always appreciated my sense of humor, except for it took him a while. I mean, I get it. I'm his daughter, to like understand that I enjoy, like I would come back from college and he'd be like, Allison, take the trash out, and be like, suck my dick.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And would he? Or
yeah,
he would do it.
Yeah, I reverse incested my dad.
Yeah. He's like, well, I can't say no.
You can't say no. That's not what consent's about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I've just really always kind of wanted to say what I couldn't say. And now I'm just like, I think people need to talk about sex more also.
Really?
Yeah, I think we'd have less weird predatory behavior if we were able to just talk about it.
But so predators would be like, I just wanted to talk about it.
No, I mean, so like, thank you for bringing up that perspective. You know what, Allie? I don't need to go rape 3 children because I told you I wanted to.
I just needed to vent.
Yeah, that's really the root of it. That is so funny. No, I think because we have such a hard time talking about normal sexual interactions, then if you add the trauma of sexual violence on top of that, it's way harder for people to talk about when they're being abused if they don't even have the tools to talk about something that's benign and uncomfortable, like getting a blowjob or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so the people on that side, right?
That's what I mean. Yeah. No, I don't think I think we need to like cut off some dicks.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's some people that just...
some dogs have to be put down.
Yeah, some people just nobody is going to want to mate with because...
Incels exist. They do.
Just men, though, right? Is there ever been a woman
incel lady? I think if she got out of her cat den of an apartment, she would find a man that would be down with her.
Yeah.
I think there are truly men who like could not even hoodwink with money a woman into being with them. But I think if a woman literally got out of her own physical way, she could find a man. Yeah, absolutely. She could find a man.
Isn't that crazy? There's so many incel men, and there's yet to be one incel woman ever in existence.
We need to contact TLC and make a show about the last incel woman.
When did it ever happen?
It's going to be like Finding Bigfoot.
Oh, finding one. Yeah. Well, okay, that would be the only incel woman.
We need to start with diners and motels.
The only incel woman would be a lady who's lost, like in the woods, and really can't. She's involuntarily, she wants to have sex, but she really can't.
She just can't.
She
can't find like a human penis.
Yeah. So maybe
even then, I feel like she'd join a bear pack.
Yeah, if bestiality is an option, are you still... Are
you still an incel?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, controversy, right?
We're gonna Are you guys following us? I'm just kidding.
He's making jokes.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, girl.
Most of the time you do a podcast, you're like inside or something. I mean, you do yours outdoors too, which is cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's good to get people out of their natural environment.
Yeah.
It gives you something to bond over. Plus, I really don't want people knowing where I live.
Oh yeah, you. I was gonna ask you, and we could cut this out if you want. But who are you really? I think maybe you are. I don't want to. I think maybe. Have you ever had a alter ego or alternate identity?
In what context?
Like. Maybe you're not actually Allie Bell.
What makes you say that?
Well, I just thought of it today. I was doing some research this morning.
Oh my God, tell me everything.
Very briefly.
Famously a narcissist.
Who?
Me.
No, just, I mean, we set this up last night, right?
Yeah.
But
some wheeling and dealing.
I usually, like, especially, I would have liked to have, like, watched your podcasts, go through your YouTube a little bit more.
Yeah.
To have some more context.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you doing stand-up. We've had conversations before.
Yeah.
But
this is the most consecutive time we've spent together, and it's lovely.
Yes, it is lovely. I'm having it. How are you doing so far?
I'm like
40 minutes
truly enjoying this.
I am too.
This is like a lovely Saturday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Good.
I was super annoyed at myself and angry when I showed up. And so I feel great now.
Good.
Until I realize that the audio is not recording, or I get home and one of the videos was out, and then I'll
well, then we'll
start
have to
breaking
go on
shit.
another canoe trip.
True.
There are holes in my wall from things I've thrown at them.
Really?
So I understand.
Do you get fucking pissed at shit?
I get wildly mad.
It's tight.
Yeah. It's pretty erotic.
Yeah. I think I'm getting more angry from doing stand-up. I think in some ways I'm becoming a worse person. Mentally.
Interesting.
Yeah. Some ways
How do you
better.
see that manifest?
Like I was fucking pissed the other day. And
Yeah.
I'd never been that angry in a while. But I was just...
About what?
I was angry that I was behind on getting my last podcast episode out. I was angry that I wasn't spending enough time writing, and I had a open mic I was going to, and I didn't know what I was going to say. And then I was at the coffee shop, and they gave me a latte, and it was... my girlfriend ordered her drink, and she said for here. And in my head, I'm like, I'd rather have the to-go coffee cup. But then he didn't ask me because we were together. So he assumed I was for here too. And I got the latte, and it's like in a soup bowl type thing. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
They do that, and I don't get it. Like, what am I... And I was just fucking pissed that it was in a bowl like that. Because I'm like, it's going to get cold in 2 seconds. And how do I even handle this?
Yeah.
With a wok... Whatever.
It's like a spill risk. Now you're like, my hands might get burned. You have to like cradle it like a baby bird.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to fucking break some shit because that was just the tipping point for me.
Well, yeah, because that's the one external thing that you can release your anger at. The other stuff is stuff that's theoretically under your control, but it's really just a manifest, like it's just a not having enough time, which, so there are other factors in it, but that makes sense because you're like, now this fucking latte, and you can like unleash at this dude and it'll make you feel better, because the other part, you're just like mad at yourself but not writing, and mad at yourself but not getting the stuff done.
Yeah, I just got to look inward. And then so what I did, I couldn't, I mean, there was a public setting. I couldn't really break anything or be...
So you just like hit your girlfriend when you got home?
No, I just wrote in my journal really fast and angrily.
Like a lesbian? Beat your woman like a man.
I just, I wrote some nasty things in there.
Really? Is this true?
Yeah.
I mean, that's so cute.
I just like cursed a lot in there and like said some vulgar stuff, and it felt good to get that off my chest.
Good.
So
I mean, that's a really healthy coping strategy.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you ever like imagine super violent things happening to people that piss you off?
Not people. I mean, mostly it's myself, I would think. I mean, there's not. No, I mean, I want to break shit, or I want to break my arm or something, or like jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Do you think about like hurting people?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like who? Like people you know, or strangers interactions?
Sometimes I get intrusive thoughts where I just get like a flash of like, I could stab that person's neck.
Yeah.
But mostly it's like really detailed, painful revenge fantasies against people that have harmed me. But that's not like super common. And it normally just means I need to like work out and do cardio.
Yeah, I guess I don't have too much experience with somebody being super mean to me or hurting me too much. I probably have in the past. Like when I was younger, I probably thought about beating the shit out of my brothers and shit.
Yeah. How many brothers do you have?
2.
Oh, what's your place in the lineup?
Middle.
I was going to guess that.
Really?
You have such middle child vibes.
Why? Because I'm, I don't know.
It's the...
wanting attention?
No, it's the wanting attention by being extra accommodating.
I mean, it's funny that you think of that, like, that's me. I'm an accommodating person. I feel like I haven't done anything crazy. I didn't have a red carpet or anything.
It's the checking in of like, middle children tend to be like pretty aware of other people's needs because they didn't feel like their needs were met a lot growing up. So you were probably in situations where like you weren't catered to. And so it's just like an older child has like a much more like typically. I mean, I've studied a lot of psychology, but it's like much more like, I'm in control, I've got this is what we're doing. And that's like how they garner attention and they show other people respect.
Yeah.
Youngest children, I'm a youngest child. We're all about like making a joke, putting a scene on, like being silly. We're really, really conscious of manipulating feelings in the room because we're often like physically the smallest. So you need to be really aware of that stuff. Middle children just tend to be like more verbally accommodating, if that makes sense.
Wait, so you got 2 older brothers?
No, I have one older sister.
Oh yeah. What are they? Are they cool or are they?
Yeah, we fought a lot growing up because we're only 2 years apart. So like,
She's in the middle.
She's the oldest. I'm the youngest. There's only 2 of us.
Oh. You just have one sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I put it in my head earlier when you were saying that you were your dad's daughter, that you were like the only daughter or something. I don't know why I said
Oh no, I'm just his favorite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my dad. Interestingly enough, I have found very few female comics have dads that are alive or were present in their lives.
Wow. Is that right?
Yeah, I literally don't. Me and Sarah Spear are the only 2 people I know who have good things to say about their fathers.
Really?
A lot of them have their dads are dead. I can think of 4 right now whose dads are dead. And then the other ones had like really just like not present fathers, which is interesting.
Yeah. So let's get into the psychology of that. What's the sociology of that?
Psychology of that? Sociology is you just activated my nerd. I'm like, you got the word wrong.
I get all the words wrong.
I get a lot of them wrong.
I mean, but is that maybe true for comics in general? Is probably a lot of parent problems just in general?
Yeah,
trauma.
I think so. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of like external trauma growing up, but it wasn't as much inside the home. But I think most people that seek entertainment, especially comedy, come from some sort of like broken place. I think I just know women tend to open up to me really quickly about emotional stuff. So I just know more of their stories.
Oh. How do you do that?
It's the Ally Bell effect. People tell me their secrets, bro. It's 'cause I think it's 'cause I'm a Scorpio. I have like very much like priest vibes. Like,
oh yeah.
I also think it's because I want to know. I'm like genuinely engaged. I'm like, tell me your deep secret.
Yeah. Well, okay, let me flip it on you. Tell me your deep secrets. See, that's what those people do. The people who are like, oh, tell me about you, tell me this, they don't want to be the other person.
Yup, it's a trick.
But really, deep down, you want to be that person.
I want to be known more than anything.
But you're just scared.
I'm a little scared bitch.
Wow.
Nico!
This is awesome.
Yeah. That was very insightful of you.
Yeah, I get it. Everything's everything. You know, it's everything is this, but it's also that.
Yeah.
But it's also this.
Yeah. Wait, you were going to tell me, you were like, who's Ally Bell really? Who
are
are you?
Yeah,
tell me about your research. I love hearing about
this. I was like on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And you always got to be a little bit skeptical when somebody has a profile picture that is a cartoon.
A logo.
Red flag.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Well, it could be. If you're like on Facebook and there's no pictures of you, you obviously
But this was a custom designed logo.
But it's a dog head.
Yeah.
It's not. It's like, it's a little bit alter ego-ish.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I designed it, because I was so scared.
Oh, you made it.
I had it. Yeah. It's it was designed by her Neoclassic Art. She's on Instagram. It's because I was so scared to have any sort of like public persona, that the way I got myself to start putting any art or content out there was to get a logo designed.
So you didn't show your face at first?
Yeah, that's also why the ASMR is like half of my face.
Yes.
And then it was like so deeply aesthetically appealing that I kept doing it.
So it was just a combination of things. I scrolled down through your Instagram. First of all, it started in like 2020, I think. And so I was like, that's a little bit late to start an Instagram. Maybe she deleted everything before, or maybe I would assume this is an alternate Instagram and there's a real Ally Bell with a real name. And some of the stuff earlier on, like the YouTube with the half face of the ASMR and stuff, I just had a sort of feeling that you weren't that this was like a different version of you that you were showing to different people. That's why but that's what was interesting to me about you telling. I kind of reverse thought about this when you said that you're comfortable around your parents saying, suck my dick, I'm not taking out the trash.
Yeah.
So that's why I was conflicted about it. But okay, your turn.
That was also teenage me. I have better manners now.
Oh, okay.
No, that's really interesting. I like hearing people's feedback on me because I do tend to only talk about other people. It's a way to dominate the conversation in a very polite way. Privacy is super important to me. I think that's the theme of it. And
also, you have a normal job.
I have a normal job. Yep. I have a normal job. I have a normal life. I look at this as like, I've built businesses before, and this is like a business, and I'm trying to be careful about what is put out there, because privacy is so important to me, and I've also been stalked so much.
Yeah. It's tough, right?
And I also I think it's important for people to understand that people are artists. And so even though we're going up on stage and we're looking like ourselves and we're saying thoughts, that doesn't mean that this is who I am. So I think having that little bit of separation was what I was going for originally. And it's also I just really feel like people need to understand that there's a separation between the art and the artist.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially within comedy, you know?
Yeah, I think people really assume everything I say is true. And I'm like, oh my God, I wrote this.
Yeah, people
I'm trying to make it funny.
People are so dumb.
They're so dumb. And you know what's interesting is I'll say I have a bit about revenge, and I talk about how I showed my boss's child how to take the parental controls off of YouTube to set up talking about fucking a district attorney up the ass. Everyone assumes the sexual part is 100% true, and they come up and talk to me about it. And I'm like, do you think I also showed a 6-year-old beheading videos? No, I was making a point with words.
Yeah. And
it's cool that they believe it. I'm grateful for any sort of interaction with it because I'm so new at it. And it's such a cool feeling to be wow, I just made thoughts appear in your head by my words.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting that they tend to assume, they just stick with the sexual shit. Yeah. And they really assume that's who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I did that a little bit, didn't I?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm that's why I'm curious, because I'm so familiar with who I am. I mean, I'm so close to all of it. And I'm also used to I've always kind of had alter identities. It's interesting that you asked that. I have many, many, many. I've always been a kid. Even when I was a kid, I would have different characters. Yeah. I'd tell people different names. I'm very, very, I love secrets on secrets on secrets on secrets.
Yeah, I mean, part of me it's scary for me to try to just be one version of myself too. I thought about, just trying to keep, comedy or this podcast away from the people that I already know and just kind of starting fresh and moving to Austin. But there's a big push for me also to just try to be myself there and just be fuck it, I don't care if I can't work a normal job or let me just be me,
Yeah, totally. And that's something I've been feeling more and more of as I've done more stand-up. And the cool thing is the people that I work for now know I do stand-up, and they don't give a fuck what I say. They That's really awesome. Don't. It's awesome. But I did I have a private Instagram, but honestly, because I didn't have any social media or put anything out there because I've been stalked so much, and it's been a true safety issue.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry that you've been stalked a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm. I've had to have the police involved several different times. People have broken into my apartment.
And this is before stand-up.
Mm-hmm. This is just happening, existing. But I've also, I ran a pretty public business in D.C., and that got stalking. That, anytime I've raised my profile a little bit publicly, there's been, a pretty intense backlash.
Yeah.
I think it's, the same energy that lets people tell me their secrets. I think people who haven't felt that kind of connection because they're, fucked up because they're stalkers and they don't understand empathy and they don't understand how humans work, and I think what they're craving is true connection, and I'm able to give that to people very easily, but that's how I interact with the world. It's like I look at it as like sometimes people personalize the way that I interact with them, and then if I'm the only person who's nice to them this month, then that like becomes a thing, and then they read meaning into it, and it really is an obsession. So like I do have empathy for them. I understand they're damaged, but that's why it's like a main reason I have a dog.
Yeah.
Like I had a pit bull before Dylan, and she like actively has attacked people for me. Like she was dope, but it's really, really weird. It's just really weird that like you can walk around the world and not, because when you're stalked, you think about the stalker more than you think about yourself. So like I don't take the same route to the park every day. I don't eat at the same places. Your whole life becomes about them because you're trying not to be found, and they interpret that as you playing into their game, and it just strengthens their obsession. I've done like a lot of research on it because there's very little law you can do until they physically hurt you.
Dang.
Like you can't get a maintenance man decided we were in love and used his key to break into my apartment while my mom was sleeping in it when I lived in DC. And we had to get a lawyer involved to even get him fired.
Jeez.
And because when I called the cops, they said he hadn't physically attacked me, there was nothing I could do.
But he broke into your house.
He broke into my house. My mom was there.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah. But he made up a claim that there was a leak. There was no leak. He said someone reported it. The person above me was out of town that week. Like there were so many lies, but they just like locked it down, and then we had to get a lawyer involved to fire him.
And was this the maintenance person at your apartment complex?
So he used his key, yeah. And he used to like, I'm just friendly. Like I'd be like, hey dude, what's up? And he's just like a really fucked up sad person. So yeah, I think that's what's been like one thing that's been cool about comedy is that it is, taking the power back in a lot of ways of like, no, I actually, like, I'm not going to be ignorant about stuff, but I'm actually like living my life not thinking about stalkers nearly as much as I used to.
Is that true that if you're just nice to people, you kind of make you're more at risk in some ways just by being a nice person? That's fucked up.
It is.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Dang.
Especially if you're female.
Why is that? Do you think people used to be more nice in general just as people, or why are people aren't used to just people being nice?
I think I really like your perspective on that. I think you're right. I think it's become a scarcity thing, so that they're starting to personalize just basic friendliness and manners and kindness, so that they think it must be like, oh, she likes me, that's why she's being nice, instead of like it's the norm to just be nice to people.
Did any of these like incidents ever make you want to be less nice to people or change who you are?
Yeah. It made me want to, and I'm also like, they win if you change who you are.
Right.
And I also just kind of like, it made me understand who I am, I guess, because I've had so many people try to like fuck with my life, which makes you angry for a bit. But if you don't figure out how to come back to like your baseline of who you are, you're living your life about them.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me like, it has made me really, really value the people in my life that I care about and love. Because I have like people that have, because I've had so many different intense situations, I've also had a lot of opportunities for people to really step up and like help me and protect me and care for me. Mm-hmm. So there is that side of it. And I think that's just like made me realize that like I've learned to read people better. I've learned to be much more protective of myself and like information I give out. And that's just part of like growing up, I think, too.
Yeah.
But like I have a lot of like multi-year super, super close friends who I could truly call for like anything. And I think because there are also people who've like dealt with stalkers who've like, unfortunately, I'm not the only one who deals with it. Mm-hmm. But I think that's kind of the positive of it, is just like truly because so many people have like tested who I am, I'm very confident in who I am. I know who I am.
Yeah.
And I've been able to pick out people who know who they are, who are kind, who want to contribute to the world. I think that's a lot of what art is.
Wanting to contribute to the world.
Yeah. You want like evidence. You want proof. You want to like put something out there.
Yeah. No, but I think it's really, it's unfortunate that people suck.
I know. I feel like I was just such a downer. I'm like,
No. Nah. I mean, honestly, like talking to people, I kind of naturally, I like to joke around, but especially one-on-one, it's harder to joke around sometimes for me. And it's sometimes just more naturally, things get serious or you're just talking about something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool. I'm that way too, but I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to feel, but no, it's cool. I think, when we first got here, you were saying hi to some people and I was like, oh, that's weird, but that's really cool.
Really?
I thought it was cool. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, you're just saying hi to people and just being like, hey, what's up? How are you doing?
Yeah.
And I found it not normal. Not in like a bad way, but
it was like notable
not usual.
outside. Yeah, unusual.
Yeah. But I think and I imagine, and when I think about being a little kid or when I think about being before I was born, that people were more friendly. And if I think back to like, maybe the 50s or the 40s, I felt like people just, and I wasn't there, but I felt like people just kind of said, what's up? Howdy, neighbor, or talk to people. And I feel like maybe it's because our phones that some of that's missing.
I think it's a huge part of that. I think it is. I mean, I think about my grandparents. They're the ones who taught me, and my parents are the ones who taught me to be that way.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, it's like, it breaks tension. So like, it's really easy to get stuck in your narrative, in your head, and like get a narrative going about like, well, this person's going to like, I guess it comes a little bit from a place of fear where it's like, if I'm like, hey, what's up? Then I can like see how they react. I can see how they are. It's a little bit of a way of like just acknowledging that we're in the same space.
Yeah.
And it also tells you a lot about the person, about how they respond. So if that person's avoidant, I might be like, okay. Because I think, so it is like a natural friendliness. It's also a protective thing. Because I'm like alone in the world a lot as a lady. And I get wildly different interactions when I'm just like hanging out with a dude in the world. So as a lady, it's like it's a little bit of an alpha move to just be like, hey. Because then you're like, you're not going to make me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to step forward and I'm going to take control of the situation.
Yeah. But sometimes that's perceived as something else is what, right?
Yeah.
It's
just good manners.
Yeah.
But it's oftentimes perceived through the lens of which that person would have done that to you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like if a girl said hi to me or how are you doing, if I'm being completely honest, there would be a part of me that would be like, oh, maybe she likes me or something like that.
Really?
I'm not kidding. And I'm thinking that now is like, it's kind of fucked up. But just because it would be so out of the norm. Like, why did that person just say that to me? That's
so interesting.
But it would never give me any reason to like think that to be true. I was just talking to my girlfriend about like how people can feel so confident after like rejection or be so scared of it. Like I'm not the type of person to like, I'm not a risky person when it comes to like something like that. Like if I was going to ask a girl out, I would make sure that like, okay, I know this is like, I'm not the type of person to just like take a chance or a shot or something like that.
Yeah.
But it would in my head just flip it as a little bit because other people don't do that. No one's ever just said hi to me, really.
Really?
I mean,
no, my friend Ravenna has said the same thing to me. She's like, dude, it's so weird. You say hi to everyone. I'm like, I was raised Christian. Y'all are heathens.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it too.
That's part of it too. It's different communities too. You don't expect it as much, I think, in like cities. Maybe, are you from a small town?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm from the woods.
Right.
And I was raised without TV. We were raised like very religious.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
Did you hate it growing up? You're like,
I
loved TV.
I loved it till I figured out that everyone else had TVs. And then I was like, the fuck is this shit, bitch? Like, it was, that was brutal. I had like so much, but like we were also horse girls. So we just weren't like, there wasn't time to watch TV. Because we'd be like, after school, we'd go to the barn. You have your lessons. You have to groom them. I'm riding horses for other people. I get home at like 8:39. Then you got to do homework. You got to get food in you. Then you got to go to sleep. Like, we were just busy.
Were you good at horse riding?
Wait, what?
Were you good at it?
Yeah.
Did you like compete and stuff?
Yeah, I won a lot of ribbons.
Did you have like your own horse?
Mm-hmm.
Name, what
so my first pony's name was Turnip.
Turnip?
Turnip, Turney for short. He was 25, which is very old for a horse.
Wow.
Then my second pony's name, I didn't get to name any of them.
I used to think a pony was just a
baby horse,
but it's not.
No, they're just short. They're like dwarfs.
Okay.
Or small people are short.
But not as small as a mini horse.
No, those are so cute. Okay, so there's this horse farm that I volunteer at on Saturday sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, it's a therapeutic riding center. And they have 2 miniature horses and my horse boyfriend, Levi.
Therapeutic for the horse or the people?
The people.
Oh, okay.
So it helps like kids with disabilities, veterans for like PTSD. So I go and do like stable chores and like I get to drive a manure spreader.
That sounds gross.
It's so fun.
Does it smell like shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a diesel golf cart. So it's
Is
like,
that bad for you to be inhaling shit fumes all the time?
Probably. What's not all the time? It's just like a few times a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe. I don't know. But they have miniature horses there. Have you ever ridden a horse?
One time, yeah.
How was that for you?
I mean, well, actually growing up, I rode a horse. I remember as a kid at like Griffith Park, they have in LA, they have like a ring around the horsey so the horses can just go in a circle. Have you ever seen that?
They make me so sad. They're so abused.
Oh, yeah. But
as a kid, I would have been excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like being on a merry-go-round for real. But as a human adult, like a couple years ago, I rode horses at in Death Valley. Okay. And it was weird. It's like riding like a motorcycle that's breathing. Yeah. And alive. It's like, well, this is an animal. This is weird. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of felt like my horse maybe didn't want me to be on him. Maybe. But it was interesting. Yeah. It wasn't comfortable.
No. Oh, yeah. Did it hurt your like balls and shit?
It hurt. It didn't feel
good.
Like in movies, you see them like you'll see somebody riding a horse with like no saddle into the sunset, and you're like, oh, that looks fun, but like
it destroys your nether region. It's horrific.
Yeah, and it's like you're straddling like
they're very wide.
It's a wide thing. Yeah, it's just not.
And their necks are like way lower than you would expect, so it's like below your center of gravity, so you can't like hold on to it as well unless it's like a really nice horse that's bred well.
Yeah. And it's not like a smooth thing. It's like you're on a bumpy road even when it's not a bumpy road.
So did you not have a saddle on your horse?
No, it did.
Was it English or Western?
Oh boy.
So Western has a horn. It's much more ornamental.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna guess
just
it was
walking.
Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of has like a back to it.
Yeah, we were Western, so it makes sense.
Yeah, English is way harder. Because there's no structure to the saddle. So whereas Western, you're kind of like sitting in and there's a horn and there's a back. English is not like that. It's like a much more, because it's for like...
Side saddle.
No. But it is closer to a side saddle than a Western saddle. But I used to like take our stirrups off to build leg muscle. And we would like jump without, so you're only gripping the horse is how you're staying on.
You're too tall to be a
jockey.
Way
too tall. It's good to be tall in the hunter jumper world because that's
what you did.
Because the horses are huge. And so like I competed. You have to like memorize. So they have like all the different jumps set up, and you have to memorize the routine you have to do, and then you go in, you're judged, and you have to wear like breeches and a leather boots and like a wool coat in like 100-degree weather. It's so hot.
It's crazy.
It is. It's truly insane.
It's a whole different world.
It's a wildly different world. And there's like no limit on the amount of money you can spend because there's just like you can get $1 million horses. Like it's so expensive.
Equestrianism it's like the richest sport.
It is. It's the sport of kings. So like my sister.
You ever play polo?
No, I didn't. That's like a very hard thing to play.
Yeah.
And you can really you could fuck up people and horses if you're swinging a mallet and don't know how to do it. Yeah. I have been to a polo match though.
Do the horses even know what's going on, do you think? Are they like, what the fuck are we doing?
Honestly, I think it's a lot of what the fuck are we doing? I think it's just like you broke their spirit and they've accepted that this is their life.
Yeah, I guess they're just, chasing around, whatever.
But like they are very social animals. So like when they're not like competing, they do enjoy humans.
Yeah, they'll be texting, they're on TikTok.
Yeah. Famously, Instagram is the main equestrian platform.
So wait, what else did we not talk about that we were supposed to talk about?
Well, who's Nico off screen?
What?
Who's Nico off screen?
What do you mean?
Because you're like, who am I really? Who's Nico really?
Oh, me. I mean, like,
Do you like to cook?
No.
No.
Sometimes, but usually no. No.
Do you like to...
Oh, what do I do, you mean?
Yeah, like, what's your life? Like,
I thought you were asking, like, who's my alter ego? What's my real name?
Oh.
But I'm really Nico Jordan.
I'm really Allie Bell.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You can't even look at me and say that.
I'm such a liar all the time. That is my actual legal name. But then I was just thinking about all the other alter ego names I use.
Oh, wait. Are there other Instagrams and YouTubes out there of like you, like this is Allie Bell the comedian, and then there's like,
there have been, and I never delete them. I just delete the apps off my phone.
Do you want to shout any of them out?
No. I'm practicing self-control now because my instinct is just to say whatever I think. But I did go through a phase of making a lot of different dating profiles to target different men to fuck with.
You're catfisher.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Me and my friend Ravenna, my best friend from college, got in like a catfish off because we got so bored in the pandemic and we don't play video games. So
are you fucking with people?
Yeah.
Like good people?
Yeah.
Oh my
Exclusively
God.
Good Christians.
Wow. What is wrong with you?
You and my mom would have a lot to talk about.
Hurt people, hurt people.
And stop hurting me.
You told your mom and she's like, stop doing it?
No. My mom has a very... You know how like the president gets briefings from its staff members about what's going on in the world?
Uh-huh.
I do briefings to my mother.
Yeah.
Denise is very supportive in her heart. Denise is not currently acknowledging that I do stand up because Denise is very mad that I'm not quarantining at all times. Yeah.
But these are good Christian people.
They are good Christian people.
And they're also on board with COVID's a problem. Mm-hmm. Those usually seem to clash, no?
What do you mean?
I think of most conservative Christian people as being like, and maybe this is me.
My mom's a liberal Christian.
Oh. Yeah, maybe that's a Northeastern thing.
It is. It's a WASP. It's like a wealthy Northeastern thing.
Wow. Yeah, you don't meet too many I'll meet young liberal Christians, but okay.
It's a WASP thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So she wants you to be quarantining. That's the thing she doesn't like about stand-up?
Yes.
She's okay with you
even though I'm like only doing outdoor shows. She's just, I don't know if she's just given up on trying to control me.
And she's scared because she thinks you're going to die or you're hurting people by being out.
She thinks I'm going to die.
Well,
I mean, I get it from her perspective. She's a mom. She has anxiety. So I just curate my life. I don't tell her most things.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's what it is. It's like, my thing is like, I love her. I know she loves me.
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into having a relationship with her. I haven't always had a relationship with my family. I'm at the point where I'm like, we're all adults. I don't want to I would rather just be cautious of what I say than not have a relationship with her.
Yeah.
You know? I have friends I can tell anything to. I don't need to be able to tell anything to my mom.
I think that's mature of you.
Yeah. It's just like, because I know she has like the best intentions. She really, she's like a very kind person that often misses the mark.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I think it's good and healthy for people to try to get along with people that they don't agree with 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like the entitlement or the spot that we're at with millennials or whatever, just the future that people are just like, oh, we disagree on one thing, so we can't talk.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not life.
Mm-mm. And that's like that's a good way to just like never grow.
And that's like the weirdest thing to me about like political parties. It's like, oh, we all believe this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like, get your own.
So you would really think a girl was operating out of a place of thinking you were cute by saying hey?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, this is so fun. So like if I met you on the dog park, on the dog trail, and I was like, hey, and you were like, hey, you'd be like, she likes me.
Yeah. Well, not for sure, but I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I'd kind of like be like, is she saying hi to other people? Is that stalker? Am I stalker?
No, this is so cute. I like knowing what boys think. I really don't know what they think.
Do you think?
No, I think you're probably in the majority. I'm a weirdo.
I mean, what's that? It's called Nico Public Radio. You guys have something to say to the podcast?
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What? Be kind to your mind. I love it.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Have a great day. So, there's just good people in the world.
There are good people in the world. Interesting.
Guy says hi to you.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot? Yeah.
Constantly.
And?
It depends on what he looks like and the vibes he's giving off.
Right. It's a vibe type thing.
It's a vibe thing.
Yeah, what would be the kind of vibe?
And what's the scenario?
No. Like, yeah, I think hi alone just does it. It's like, hi. Hello.
I was like, hey. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Because you can't say hi to... I would just imagine it'd be exhausting saying hi to everyone. No, it feels good. It gives you energy.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It makes me feel more safe, too.
Should I do that?
Try it. See how it feels.
Putting it on myself, I would feel uncomfortable saying hi to someone because I would think that I'm hitting on them by saying hi.
And you don't think people want to be hit on by you? Or you think you're like disrespecting your girlfriend? What place is that coming from?
Yeah, like I would feel like I'm going to say hi to someone and they're in their head like, what do you want?
Oh. See, people always want to talk to me.
Unless it's like an old person. I feel comfortable saying hi to old people.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we know what's up.
Yeah.
But same age as me. I don't know. I'm getting confused now even in my own head. I got to study my behavior, I guess.
This is interesting.
But sometimes I do want to like talk to somebody.
I'm also like inherently flirty.
Oh, okay.
I'm very flirty.
You flirty with people that you don't, that you aren't attracted to, or you're just flirty with?
I mean, I find it's like wildly different when I actually am attracted to someone.
Yeah.
But it's a Northeast city thing. It's a very New York vibe. We all flirt with each other. It's like, hey, gorgeous. Hey, Hattie. Like, it's like we just keep it moving. It's also very common in like gay male communities. Like, I've really grown up around like DC, New York, Philly. It's all very, very quick. It's witty. It's banter. It's normal there.
Yeah.
But people have like labeled that as flirty. I'm like, you're not wrong. I flirt with my friends' husbands. But they like, it's like my friend Caitlin. I'm thinking of my friend Caitlin and then her husband, John Michael. And like, truly, there's never going to be any sexuality between the three of us. But like, John Michael's just a flirt and I'm a flirt and it's fun.
John Michael sounds like a flirt.
He's such a flirt.
The name John Michael.
John Michael Comstock. Shout out. We love him. But like, it's just like a sense of humor. I don't know. It's fun. It's whimsical. I'm very naughty.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I like to add fairy dust to people's lives.
I guess.
Like if I see a sad dude, I'll be like, oh my gosh, great t-shirt. And they're like, thanks. And then I keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do. I mean, I don't know. It just feels good just to flirt.
Yeah.
Doesn't it naturally go somewhere? No.
I'm very good at saying no.
Yeah. What does that do for you?
What do you mean?
It's just
The flirting?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's like a little boost of caffeine. It's like, yeah, we'd fuck each other. Cool. Have a great day. Like, it's just kind of, it's like affirmation. It's like a like on an Instagram photo, but in real life.
But you're saying you're doing this with your friend's husband.
Yeah. I mean, if you've met his wife, it's clear I'm his type. Like, he likes funny, cute girls. But I'm on this, in my head, I was thinking about like a barista. So like if I go in to get a latte and they're like, "Hi, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm good. How are you doing?" And they're like, "I like that top." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And they like say, like, it's just like a funny energy. And then I just keep moving. I'm not going to like go home and I might jerk off to the barista, but I'm not going to like go back when their shift is and try to make them my wife.
Yeah, that just sounds intense to me. Sounds like a lot.
I am a lot. So maybe, yeah.
That's fun, though.
You seem so deflated and sad now.
No, I'm not deflated or sad.
Okay.
I just, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think about it. I think a girl, are they allowed to be more flirty than a guy?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I just feel like if I adopted that and I have a girlfriend and I'm just being flirty with people.
Yeah, well, it's also like, I mean, you shouldn't adopt it if it's not yours. Like, that's, your vibe is your vibe. I've always been like very personable and very outgoing.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, should I be like this or should I do this? And I'm like calculating what kind of person I should be or something.
Yeah.
But that's not life.
No, it's not life.
Especially
the way yeah.
With like comedy too, you're like thinking, should I be like this or should I be? But it's just like, just be you is the best, right?
You really do have to, because no one has your set of life experiences. No one has your chemistry. No one has any of it. And like, you're filling the spot you're supposed to fill. But it's also like, so like, it's very, when I'm with like a boyfriend, the way I interact with a barista, like, it's so different than how I am with my boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, I don't think people that I've been with have ever felt like I'm going to like cheat on them with a barista. It's a very different vibe.
Mm. But the barista doesn't always know that.
The barista does think I'm going to fuck them. Yeah, that is what I've learned. I was like, I'm learning more and more that people don't actually understand that it means nothing to me.
Yeah. But it does feel good to get that sort of compliment.
Validation.
To validation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel bad about myself, like, being in a relationship and, like, that validation still feels good. Like, you still want to look good or something like that.
Yeah, like when someone checks you out.
Yeah, like I like that.
Yeah,
but then I feel
same.
bad about liking that.
Does it feel disloyal?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And also, like, you don't want to, like, make your partner jealous or something on purpose, do you? I mean, maybe you do, because you're crazy. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We're all crazy. I'm crazy, too. I didn't mean that in a mean way.
No, you're the second dude who's told me that this week.
That you're crazy? Do you think
Daniel
you're crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I think I'm crazy, too.
But I'm also pretty balanced. Like, I have, like, you know, my shit gets done.
Oh, I'd like to know the Alley Bell at work.
Oh.
Are you just like...
I go by Allison.
Oh, Allison, Bell. Is it Bell or something else?
Yeah.
Allison.
That's my name.
Allison. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep saying that you're not you.
Honestly, a lot of people don't believe that my name is real. It's been a thing. Mm-hmm.
Ah, I'm
my
so
whole
basic.
life. You are basic. Yeah, it's what I like about you. I find basic very comforting.
Ah, I thought I was like original.
No. You're just like a tall dude from LA.
Ah, shit. I'm wearing this stupid LA hat. Fuck. This is a mistake. I was doing good and now I'm back to the... Wait, people like at work don't believe you're Allison or?
No, the Alley Bell doesn't sound real.
Oh, Alley Bell.
Like I had like a friend's dad was like, "You're not going over to Alley Bell's house. Who's that? That's not real." And I was like, "I'm real."
Oh.
Like people have pretty
it's just
constantly.
the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine wasn't from the name. Mine was from observing you as a human.
I like that.
So.
I think I'm invisible, so I forget that people see me.
Shag rug life.
Yeah.
We didn't even really finish the underwater basket weaving one. The weaving. I'm sorry, I keep fucking it up. Weaving.
You're not. That's
wonders
so funny.
of
I'm
the
gonna
world.
think about that now. Weaving. Weave worlds of wonder.
And it's just something that your friend made up. That's kind of. Like
I made it up.
Oh,
we made it up together to make a commitment to always make art.
That's tight.
It is tight because sometimes we forget because we're so busy, like, getting logistics of the world done.
Yeah.
That, like, you got to go out there and play. Like, you got to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You got to manifest your life into the ether.
Do you think, because right now for work you do marketing?
I'm a paralegal.
Oh, shit. You're a paralegal. And that is somebody who helps lawyers get their...
Hookers to not sue them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that fun or it's boring?
It's intense and engaging. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I do intellectual property prosecution law. So it's like a lot. I do the whole patent process.
Ooh.
So we're like patenting drugs or patenting oil or patenting technological inventions.
Okay. Do you have dreams of like just being a full-time artist, or do
Yes.
you think you'll just paralegal and art on the side?
No, I'm going to make this into a full-time revenue stream. No, I really am like getting a taste for it, like having my own show the first Saturday of every month at the Buzzmill. Is fucking dope. I love that I'm like getting more experience writing. I'd like to work as like a television writer. I'd like to work in production. Like I want to work in the art world in a lucrative